Hi, it's Logan from Sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the Helix Nightfall mattress. This is part of Helix's new line of mattresses, and it's designed specifically for big and tall sleepers. When taking a look at the Nightfall, I noticed that it has great bounce, so you're not going to feel stuck in the mattress when changing positions. And also, the materials and construction of the mattress are designed specifically to help sleep cool so you won't overheat during the night. So we're going to get into all that and more, so let's jump in. Now, Helix offers a number of different mattresses with different feels and firmnesses to them, as well as 2 split firmness options, which are great for couples who like different feels to the bed. Now, I've previously reviewed 2 of the new models of the Helix mattress, and you can find that review by Googling Sleepopolis and Helix mattress review, and it'll pop right up. Now, the Helix Nightfall is specifically designed with big and tall sleepers in mind, and because of that is often compared to the Big Fig and WinkBeds Plus, 2 other mattresses designed with heavier sleepers in mind. Now, the Helix Nightfall is a little bit less expensive than those 2 mattresses, and also comes as a bed-in-a-box hybrid as opposed to the traditional inner spring build of those 2. Now, we are going to get deeper into the similarities and differences between all 3 of those mattresses later on in the review, but for right now, we are going to start out talking about the materials used in construction of the Helix Nightfall mattress. Now, the Helix Nightfall mattress is a hybrid construction, meaning it uses a mixture of foam and coil layers. Now, the cover of the Helix Nightfall is actually the same as all Helix covers. It's a 100% polyester cover. It's pretty thin, pretty breathable. However, today we're going to be doing the review with the Helix Ultra Cool cover on top of it. This cover actually uses a phase change material to kind of draw heat away from the sleeper, help you sleep a little bit cooler, which goes right in line with the rest of the construction of the Helix Nightfall, which has kind of helping you sleep cool at night in mind. Now, the comfort layer on the Helix Nightfall is Helix's dynamic foam. It's a latex alternative. It's really bouncy. As you can see, it has a quick response to pressure. It's designed to provide kind of a medium firmness feel to the mattress, and like latex, it does a good job kind of drawing heat away from the sleeper. So again, keeping in mind sleeping cool. Now, below that, we have kind of this contour layer of gel memory foam. Now, memory foam is really soft. It's going to allow you to sink in, provide contouring, which is great for pressure relief, which is something that's really nice to have this close to the surface on the mattress. As you can see, it has that slow response to pressure. By placing the Helix dynamic foam on top of the gel memory foam, it's going to help keep you from feeling kind of stuck in the mattress when you're changing positions. And also, they used a gel infusion into the memory foam. Now, normal memory foam does have kind of this reputation of trapping body heat, causing you to overheat. The gel infusion is actually going to help draw heat away from the sleeper, help you sleep a little bit cooler. So again, with the Helix Ultra Cool cover, the dynamic foam, which is a latex alternative, and the gel memory foam, a lot of materials here are helping you kind of sleep cooler, trying to make sure you don't overheat during the middle of the night. Now, below that, we have a bit of a transition layer of polyfoam. It's pretty high density polyfoam. As you can see, it has a quick response to pressure. Now, this is really acting as a transition layer from these softer foams on top, getting a little bit firmer, providing a little bit more support to transition you into the support center of the mattress, which are these pocketed coils. As you can see, they're really bouncy, pretty firm. They're going to support the sleeper. They also give it a little bit of bounce. One thing to note is that these coils are individually wrapped, so it's going to be a little bit better at isolating motion transfer when compared to a traditional inner spring where the coils are a little bit more wrapped together. Another benefit of having these really tall pocketed coils in the mattress is that it creates a lot of airspace in it for air to flow through it for temperature regulation and cooling. One thing I do want to point out is that the Helix Nightfall is 12 inches tall, which is an extra 2 inches when compared to the other mattresses in the Helix line. Now, those extra 2 inches are going to provide a little bit more space for heavier sleepers to sink into the mattress, which is great for pressure relief and support. And finally, at the base of the mattress, there is a bit of high-density polyfoam. Now, this is really just something to provide the pocketed coils with something to press off of. Really does not affect the feel of the mattress too much. Now that you've seen what makes up the Helix Nightfall, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of the mattress. So I started by lying on my back. When I was first lying there, I did feel like I was sinking just a little bit into those softer layers on top, the comfort layer of the Helix dynamic foam, the gel memory foam below it. However, I definitely still felt more on top of the mattress than in it. That latex-like Helix dynamic foam definitely has a quick response to pressure. This mattress is really bouncy, so I'm able to change positions without feeling stuck in the mattress or anything like that. Now, the Helix Nightfall is designed with heavier sleepers in mind. So for those of you that don't need as much support, you'll probably feel that the Helix Nightfall is pretty firm. In my opinion, the Helix Nightfall falls in that like 7 out of 10 on the firmness scale, with 10 being the firmest. In my opinion, 6.5 is generally like right in the medium firmness zone. Now rolling onto my side, I do want to point out that side sleepers do tend to prefer softer mattresses because of the weight increase or that smaller surface area. You tend to push further into mattresses, end up interacting more with the firmer support center of a mattress, and that can end up causing pressure points forming at the shoulders and the hips. We are going to take a closer look at pressure in just a second, but I do want to point out that, again, in my opinion, the Helix Nightfall is a bit on the firmer side because it's designed for heavier sleepers to feel kind of a medium firmness. So I felt like there was a little bit of pressure forming at my shoulders in this position. So again, if you are, if you're below the kind of the weight range that the Helix Nightfall was designed for, you're probably not going to want to be a side sleeper on this mattress. Now rolling onto your stomach, as I did, stomach sleepers tend to prefer firmer mattresses because it does a good job of keeping your hips from sinking into the mattress, keeping your spinal line in a good position. Again, the Helix Nightfall is pretty firm in my opinion, so it did a good job of keeping my hips from sinking into the mattress, keeping my spinal line in a good position. So even if you are, you're not a big and tall sleeper, but you do strictly sleep on your stomach, the Helix Nightfall could actually feel pretty good for you. Now, moving over towards the edge of the mattress, testing out the edge support of the Helix Nightfall, I was pretty impressed with the edge support of the Helix Nightfall. It's something you really want to take a look at if you sleep with a partner and need to use the entire surface area of the mattress, because by being able to sleep all the way to the edge of the bed, it makes any mattress feel that much bigger. So now that I've given my personal opinion on what it feels like to lie on the Helix Nightfall, I want to give you more of a visual representation of where pressure might form while lying on the mattress. So I've laid out the pressure map on top, and while I'm lying on top of it, you can see the results ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. I started out on my back, and as you can see, it's blue pretty much across the board, really nothing to see here. With my weight evenly distributed, it's low pressure, that's pretty much to be expected. When I roll onto my side is when it gets more interesting. Now we see on a lot of mattresses, pressure points will spike into the yellow or even red range on this position because of that higher weight concentration over lower surface area. It gets to be a problem, especially at the shoulders and the hips, which are two high pressure areas for a lot of side sleepers. I was pretty impressed with the results on the Helix Nightfall, as it did kind of go into that green range a little bit in this position, but overall did a pretty good job of kind of allowing me to sink in for pressure relief. Now once I rolled onto my stomach, again, nothing really to see here, pretty evenly distributed weight across the board, blue pressure across my entire body, but that is just with me, and because this mattress is designed with heavier sleepers in mind, I wanted to give you someone else's opinion on the matter, so we brought Paulie in to give it a test as well.
Hey, my name is Paulie. I'm a powerlifting coach and a powerlifter, weighing in probably around 295 right now, which puts me in the super heavyweight class. So my first impressions of the mattress was that it was cool to the touch, which I liked, which always makes me nervous when I meet a new mattress, because I want to make sure that I'm not going to start sweating in the middle of the night. It felt comfortable, very comfortable on my back. Felt like it gave a decent amount of support all the way through my lumbar as well. Rolling on my sides felt easy. And like I said before, I'm mostly a back sleeper, so I don't roll around too much, but rolling on my sides felt okay. And I sometimes have an issue with my arms falling asleep when I'm sleeping on my sides, and it didn't feel like it would be an issue here with this mattress. And those are my general thoughts, first impressions of the Helix Nightfall.
Now, earlier on in the review, I did mention that there are a few other mattresses that are also designed with heavier sleepers in mind, some competitors of the Helix Nightfall. So I did just quickly want to talk about kind of the Helix Nightfall versus the Big Fig and the Helix Nightfall versus the WinkBeds Plus. Now, the Big Fig and WinkBeds Plus both have more traditional inner spring builds to them as compared to the Helix Nightfall's bed-in-a-box hybrid build to it. Both the Helix Nightfall and the Big Fig mattress use a combination of latex foam and polyfoam in the comfort layers of the mattress, with pocketed coil support systems and high-density polyfoam edge support systems that wrap all the way around the pocketed coil system. Now that high-density polyfoam is really nice, as it's going to create kind of a firmer feel on the edge of the mattress, so it's going to support you sleeping all the way to the side, so you don't feel like you're going to collapse the side of the mattress. Now, some of the things that I want to point out that are differences between these mattresses: I find that the Big Fig is a bit firmer than the other two, coming in at like an 8.5 out of 10 on the firmness scale. And the Wing-Beds Plus was actually a little bit firmer than the Nightfall as well, and it had a little bit of bounce to it, a little bit more bounce than the Big Fig in my opinion. Now I've taken deep dives, full reviews of both the Wing-Beds Plus and the Big Fig, so if you do want a little bit more information than just this quick conversation about the differences and similarities between these mattresses, you can Google Sleepopolis and Big Fig review, or Sleepopolis and Wing-Beds Plus review. Those are going to pop right up. Now, before we go any further, I do want to point out that the Helix Nightfall is a little bit less expensive than either of those two mattresses, with a queen size version coming in at just about $1,200, whereas the queen size version of the Big Fig is about $1,700, and the queen size version of the Wing-Beds Plus comes in at just about $1,500. All right, just to give you a quick idea of the bounce of the Helix Nightfall, I have this 10-pound steel ball. I'm dropping it here. As you can see, this mattress is pretty bouncy. I credit that to the latex alternative comfort layer, that Helix dynamic foam. It has that quick response to pressure, along with the pocketed coil system gives this mattress some bounce, so you're not gonna feel stuck in the mattress when you're changing positions. Now while you're here, also run a quick motion transfer test, and basically I'm gonna drop that same ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches. And on the other side of the bed where someone might be sleeping, I have a seismometer set up, which measures the disturbance transferred across the mattress with each of those drops. Now we're gonna put the results of the test up on screen. I gotta say, I was actually pretty impressed with the ability of the Helix Nightfall to dampen that motion transfer across the mattress. With a lot of bouncy mattresses, we see really high spikes in motion transfer. It kind of continues on as the ball kind of settles in. However, with this mattress, because of those pocketed coils, which again are individually wrapped, I think it did a really good job, along with the gel memory foam layer, which dampens that a little bit. It did a good job of kind of dampening the motion transferred across the mattress. So, you know, if someone jumps in the bed, you're still gonna feel it if they're like really springing in there. However, if someone's just kind of changing positions, rolling around, I think the Helix Nightfall does a good job making sure you're not gonna wake up from that. All right, now a lot of people buying a mattress are gonna wanna know if they're gonna feel like they're sitting on top of or sinking into bed. So to test this, I've set up the Sinkage test, in which you use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and check to see how far into the mattress they go. Now here on the Helix Nightfall, we have this 6-pound medicine ball. It's filled with sand. It's kind of a lighter body part, and it sinks into the Helix Nightfall just under an inch, so really just into that comfort layer of that Helix dynamic foam. Here we have this 10-pound steel ball sinking into the mattress about 1.5 inches, so again, kind of into that comfort layer, into that contouring layer of memory foam. Both of these balls are actually kind of below the sinkage that I normally see when testing other mattresses. It's kind of to be expected on this mattress that's designed for heavier sleepers to feel a bit of a medium firmness. So there's going to be a little bit more support than there would be on a lot of other kind of bend-to-box hybrids or foam mattresses out there. Here we have this 50-pound medicine ball, again filled with sand. Same as kind of a heavier portion of your body, think your shoulders, your hips, sinking into the Helix Nightfall about 3.5 inches, which is below the average that I normally see of about 4 inches. And here on the left, all the way over here, is a 100-pound medicine ball, again filled with sand. Simulates kind of a heavier portion of your body. Think you're like, if you're a bit heavier, kind of the center mass of your body, and it's sinking into the mattress about 5 inches, which is below the average of 6 inches that I normally see when doing this test with the 100-pound medicine ball. Now again, across the board, these sinkages are less sinkage than I normally see when testing bend-to-box hybrids or foam mattresses. And definitely kind of what I was expecting in terms of the stronger support with a mattress that's designed to support heavier sleepers. Combining the low sinkage with the quick response to pressure of the Helix dynamic foam and the springiness of the pocketed coil system, that means you're not going to feel stuck in the mattress. You're definitely going to feel kind of more on top of the Helix Nightfall than you are going to feel kind of sinking into or stuck into it. Just to give you some basic information about the Helix Nightfall mattress, there's a 100-night trial period, a 10-year warranty, shipping is free and arrives compressed in a box, and also there are financing options available. I really like the Helix Nightfall, and some of the reasons I would recommend it to you is if you're looking for a mattress with bounce. The Helix dynamic foam in the comfort layer has a quick response to pressure. It combines really well with the pocketed coil system to give this mattress a lot of bounce, so you're not going to feel stuck in the mattress while you're changing positions. You're definitely going to feel more on top of the Helix Nightfall. Another reason I really like the Nightfall is that it sleeps cool. I did mention that we have the Helix Ultra Cool cover on the mattress today as opposed to the 100% polyester cover. Now the Ultra Cool cover has a phase change material to it, which helps to draw heat away from the sleeper for temperature regulation and cooling. Below that is the Helix Dynamic Foam, which is a latex alternative foam. Again, doing a good job of dispersing body heat so it's not trapped around the sleeper. Below that is a gel memory foam layer. The gel infusion does a better job than just the normal memory foam of drawing heat away from the sleeper. And below that, the pocketed coil system is pretty tall, creates a lot of airspace in the mattress for air to flow through it for temperature regulation and cooling. So you see that a lot of the materials used in the construction of the Nightfall are focused around making sure you sleep cool at night. And finally, I would recommend this mattress if you are a heavier side sleeper. If you are in that kind of 250 to 300 pound range and you're a side sleeper, you probably get a lot of pains at the shoulders, the hips, because you're sinking so far into a mattress and hitting those support areas, which are a bit firmer. This mattress creates a bit more space. It is 12 inches as opposed to the normal 10 from the normal kind of bed-in-a-box mattresses, so you get a little bit more space to sink into the mattress. And while it is firm, on the firmer side, kind of that 7 to 10 range, in my opinion, for a little bit more support, which you need if you're a bit on the heavier side, it's not so firm that it's going to feel like you're sleeping on a wooden board or anything like that. Now, some of the complaints I might have about the Helix Nightfall is, if you're looking for that contouring feeling of sinking into a memory foam mattress, just kind of the nature of the fact that this is a bouncier mattress, it is that latex alternative feel on top. It's the trade-off you make. If you want a bouncy mattress, you're not going to have the same contouring feeling. And also, I would say, even though this is designed specifically with heavier sleepers in mind, while I do think it is good in that 250 to 300 pound range, if you are getting up towards the kind of 400 and 500 pound range, I don't think it has such firm support that I would recommend it to you. I might take a look at one of the other competitors in the heavy sleeper mattress market that we discussed earlier. Now, those are some general recommendations, but if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note in the comment section below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences. I'll be sure to get back to you. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, so we're going to keep putting out more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. And if you are looking for a mattress, specifically in the mattresses for heavy sleeper world, please Google Sleepopolis and mattress for heavy people. We're going to have a whole list there that you might be interested in. So that's it for today. Have a nice day.